Hey everyone, it's Dr. Mac here, Dr. McAuliffe. I go by Dr. Mac for short. Comfort Procedures Clinic, comfortprocedures.com. And question I often get from the men, is it painful? Is it going to be painful? The answer is less painful than people expect, is a really honest answer. Men think that, boy, this is just going to be the most painful surgery possible. They're very surprised when I'm done. They say, oh my gosh, that was not a big deal. That was so much easier than I thought. What will you feel during it? The anesthesia, you'll notice the anesthesia. Now it's a no needle, no scalpel. So I'm not stabbing you with any needles. Traditionally you're going to have a needle and syringe for pretty much any surgery on the body. With this one, it's actually more of like I call it a high-tech squirt gun. You'll notice it has the same numbing medication. It's called lidocaine, same medicine as shots. But instead of having to stab you, it's more like to use this pen, for example, it's more like a high-tech squirt device, high-tech squirt gun. I hover the squirt gun over the area, and then the medicine sprays out. It goes through the skin pores and into the vas deferens. So it's not as painful as shots, and it's actually more effective at numbing the area than shots are. How's that possible? Not as painful because you're not actually getting stabbed with anything. Truly, all you're feeling is just the spray of the medication. And so you feel kind of like a tap is the best way to describe it. With shots, on the other hand, traditional injections, you feel the stab of the needle, which hurts like crazy, as you can imagine. And you also feel burning as the lidocaine goes in, it infiltrates and it burns. With this spray, it doesn't do that. Again, not getting stabbed with anything. Medicine goes in just for a split second. You feel kind of more of a surprise than real pain. In fact, some men they say it's not even painful at all. It's more effective than shots. Why would it be more effective, a spray device more effective than injection? A lot of men think it's just a topical or surface numbing. That's not actually the case. It's actually a local anesthetic, just the same way that injections are. The difference is the reason it's more effective. When we use injections for a vasectomy, we kind of infiltrate the medicine around the vas deferens, but not into it. With this high-tech squirt gun device, it actually infiltrates around the vas deferens, but also goes directly into the tube or the vas deferens and makes it more numb. So less painful and more effective than injections. It's terrific. So that's the first concern that men have. Okay, how painful is this whole thing going to be? So the numbing, you will feel that, but it's actually not that bad. The only second area that might be a little bit painful for a split second is I'll actually put a circular ring around the vas deferens to just to keep it from kind of sneaking away. That way I can work on it. Some men, when I put the ring around, it's not a clamp, it's actually encircles it. And some men say when that goes on, they feel a pinch for a split second. A lot of men, I'll say 1, 2, 3, and they say, well, I didn't feel anything. And so those are the two possible uncomfortable steps of my vasectomy, of a Comfort Procedures vasectomy. During it, you'll notice like a little bit of movement, maybe a little bits of pressure, contact, but honestly nothing painful. The most common comment or response I hear during it is men say, oh, I don't feel anything. So they're very, very comfortable. So that's the question of how painful is it. Now, to help mitigate or manage the discomfort, pain, nerves, anxiety, we offer beforehand a prescription for Valium or diazepam, which is more of a relaxation medicine. Kind of feels like you had a margarita is the best way I would describe it. You just feel a little bit, mild, relaxed. The second, so that's the first option. Second option is nitrous oxide, which is, if you've ever been to the dentist office, they use it a lot. Basically, you inhale this laughing gas, as it's called. It just kind of makes you feel relaxed. You control it yourself, so there's no chance of overdosing. If you did enough, you kind of get sleepy and stop using it. So we're not impressing it on you. You're using it on your own volition. So you can use as much or as little as you are comfortable with and as you want. But that really makes things pretty relaxed. The third option is doing the Valium and the nitrous oxide or laughing gas together. So I hope that gives you a better answer to the question of, well, how painful is it? How much is it going to hurt? And the short answer is it's going to hurt less than you'd expect. A lot of men say, gee, it was painless. There was no pain at all. I don't want to promise that, right? Because everyone has a different pain threshold. Those 2 steps I was talking about, a lot of men say, oh gosh, that was like a 1 out of 10, not at all. But then some men say, oh yeah, I noticed it, a little bit, but it's truly like a split second. So there are definitely no prolonged pains during vasectomy. So you'll do great, nothing to worry about. So yeah, just wanted to answer the question of how painful is it. And look us up, comfortprocedures.com. We are happy to help you out. We'll take good care of you. And also in terms of comfort, I give 3 prescriptions afterward. Most doctors for vasectomy don't give any prescriptions. They say, oh, just take some Tylenol. But I give a prescription for some tramadol, which is a pain pill, a narcotic pain pill, a high-dose ibuprofen to help with pain and inflammation, and diazepam or Valium, which is more of a relaxation medicine. That one's helpful at nighttime if you're sore and having any trouble sleeping. So odds are you won't need any of those medications. Most men do fine just with Tylenol from the grocery store, which is acetaminophen. But I'd rather people have prescriptions and not need them than be uncomfortable and not have any options. So you'll do great. The big surprise, the big thing I can say is whatever your experience ends up being, it will be less painful, a lot easier than you expect. Dr. Mack at comfortprocedures.com. Look us up, and we're looking forward to taking care of you.